Hey guys, my name is Dylan. Welcome back to another TreeTalk video. Today, I'm with NCAA champion and Olympian Juliette Whittaker. She is the 2024 Olympic 800-meter finalist, three-time NCAA champion, two-time NCAA 800-meter champion, indoors and outdoors, and an NCAA indoor distance medley relay champion, seven-time All-American, Pac-12 800-meter champion, Pac-12 Women's Track and Field Freshman of the Year in 2023, school record holder of the indoor and outdoor 800, the indoor mile, the indoor 4x4, and DMR, and the outdoor DMR as well. She's a U.S. under-20 800-meter champion in 2022. She currently has a Stanford record that she got in the Olympic semifinal of a 157.76 in the 800-meter, and she's the first to win an NCAA indoor and outdoor women's 800 title in the same year since 2017. Wow. So, how did you get into track and field, Juliette?
I started swimming for like 8 years before I started running, but then like my sister and my brother started track in high school, and I was like, oh, I want to be like them. So then I was like, oh, let me try this out.
Was the 800 your first event, or?
No, it was cross country.
Oh, okay.
Started distance.
So when you came to the track part of it, so after like in the spring,
yeah,
did you just like, okay, I'll do like the 2 mile, and then eventually like, oh, 800 maybe the best event? Is that what you
yeah, I mean, I kind of just did like the 2 mile, and 800 at like pretty much all of my meets.
Okay.
And then like by junior year, I was like, okay, of the three, I like the 800 the most.
Okay. Why did you choose Stanford?
Ooh. I mean, I definitely really wanted like a rigorous like academic and athletic school. And I didn't want to have to like sacrifice one or the other. So Stanford was obviously like a good choice for that. But ultimately, when I came here on my visit and I like met the team and like the coaches and all the support staff and like all of the people, I was like, I'm meant to be here. Like, I don't know. I just knew like obviously schools can have like all like the flashy things, but like the people is who I'm going to be around the most. So yeah, Stanford was kind of the place for that.
Do you have a favorite Stanford memory?
Ooh, probably winning the DMR with my team freshman year. It was very special.
That's your first Natties, right?
Yeah.
That's really nice. What is your favorite thing to do on Stanford campus?
Ooh.
Or place to go?
On campus, probably play sports on Manzanita Field. We play a lot of spike ball, ultimate frisbee, basketball. It's fun. And tan.
Tell us a little bit about how the NCAA has been for you competing-wise and balancing school and athletics.
It's definitely been very hard, but it's been very, I don't know, rewarding. I feel like in high school, I was like always very like running focused, but as I got to college, I kind of like learned how to balance my time and just like kind of be present in like different parts of my life, like in whatever I was doing at the time. Like when I'm on the track, I'm focused on running, but when I'm in class, I'm focused on that. And then when I'm hanging out with friends, I'm focused on that. So kind of just like balancing my time and like making sure I'm like a well-rounded kind of person.
Did you take those skills that you gained here at Stanford and apply them when you were in Paris this summer, like for time management, making sure you had your rest, making sure you got treatment? And do you think that your time here at Stanford helped you compete well at the Olympics? Yeah,
I feel like the biggest thing that I've learned like at Stanford is like how there's a lot more to life than running, and like I'm a lot more than just a runner. So I feel like I used that a lot in Paris when obviously, you know, the stakes were pretty high, and there was a lot of pressure and expectation, but I kind of was just like, at the end of the day, like I have family and like friends who support me no matter what, and like this is at the end of the day just a race. So I kind of used that mentality and I feel like it worked.
So I saw a lot of TikToks during the Olympic time about the Olympic dining hall and the food and the breakfast. Were the chocolate muffins really that good?
Yes. I think it was mainly just because the dining hall was so bad that like the muffins tasted really good because it was the only thing that like actually tasted edible. But they were really yummy. They were filled with like a chocolate fudge. Yeah.
So what was it like being in the Olympics with your sister and being able to race and train with her while you were there?
It was very special. I feel like going to the Olympics can't get much better than like getting to go with your sister or like sibling. And yeah, it was kind of just like a very like, we had always kind of dreamed of like reaching this stage from like a young age. Honestly, from like when we were both in the pool, like we probably would have said that we were going to be like Olympic swimmers, which obviously did not happen, but we kind of, you know, had that goal together from the beginning. So we've kind of just been, you know, working hard together, and we've watched each other like through the highs and the lows. So to be able to like kind of celebrate all of our, you know, accomplishments and progress together in Paris was really special.
How was it racing on the global stage? I think this is your second or third time, am I right? Or
Second.
second
Yeah.
time racing on the global stage and at the biggest stage.
Yeah.
So how did that compare to maybe your experience with U20 Worlds? And what was it like racing all these people you may have watched on TV years before and being lined up next to them? How was that?
Yeah, it was definitely pretty scary. It was a lot of like
Mm.
imposter syndrome, if I'm gonna be honest. But it was really exciting. I feel like the atmosphere like of just being like a global, kind of big stage, really like helped. I could like lean into a lot of like the energy of the crowd. But yeah, it was definitely like insane, like standing on the line, like next to all these idols that I've looked up to. But honestly, I just like felt very honored to be racing with them. So yeah.
Do you feel that? Well, I know it's kind of similar for trials, at least in the U.S. A lot of people, I think it was 32. Actually, I don't want to mess it up, but a lot of athletes were entered into the 800 there. Do you feel like you felt were you more nervous for trials, or you say the Olympics? You made it there.
Definitely a lot more for the trials, specifically the semifinal of the trials. Like I feel like, yeah, in that race, it's just like it feels like there's so much on the line because like most times like I'm always more nervous for the semifinal than the final because I just want to get to the final. And that was kind of like the same idea with like being more nervous for the trials rather than like the Olympics because I just wanted to like get there. And like once I was there, I was kind of just like pretty content with just kind of making it. Like I don't know, I didn't really have any like huge goals for while I was there. I was just kind of like happy to be there and wanted to like soak up the experience. So yeah, definitely trials was more nerve-wracking.
Who would you say was the nicest celebrity you met while in Paris, or nicest like or favorite you met?
Favorite? Oh, this is hard. Probably Simone Biles. Yeah, I saw her around in the village and I was starstruck.
Did you introduce yourself? Or?
Yeah. We had like a short little talk. She was definitely like, who is this girl? But I was just like fangirling hard.
So, I know we talked about the Olympics a little bit. Now I want to talk about a little bit offside the track as well. So what are you passionate about outside of athletics, and how does that drive you in your life?
But one thing I'm like very passionate about is like sharing stories of people on the track and like showing like who they are off the track. Like ideally in a perfect world, like after I finish running or like while I'm running still possibly, like I would kind of like do something in the sport where I get to like share people's stories that kind of like go unnoticed or like kind of like, I don't know, under like covered by a lot of like main like interviews platforms. And just kind of showing who people are like off the track because obviously what they're doing on the track is really cool and insane, but I don't know, we're all a lot more than just like who we are on the track, so I want to be able to show that kind of side of the sport. But yeah,
after that I'm gonna do a few rapid fire questions, and that's what you say the first thing comes to your mind.
Okay,
we're gonna have 13 of these and then we're gonna wrap this interview up. Juliette, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
800 or 15?
800.
Spikes with socks or without?
With.
Bombastic side eye.
If you had to listen to one music artist the rest of your life, who would it be?
SZA.
Do you have a meet day ritual?
Ooh. Taking a really long time to like get ready, doing hair and makeup.
What superpower would you want to have if you could have one?
Ooh, fly.
Favorite food to eat?
That's hard. Probably pasta.
If you didn't run track, what sport would you play?
Swimming.
What is your favorite TV show at the moment?
Ooh, that's hard. Probably Haunting of Hill House.
What is the best piece of advice you've been told or heard before?
Ooh. This isn't really advice, but you are loved. Follow that, yeah, kind of every day.
If you could be a cartoon character, what character would you be?
I don't know. Cartoon character? Can it be from a movie?
Yeah.
Maybe Finding Nemo.
So you be Nemo?
Yeah.
Hi. Favorite track or facility to compete at?
Paris.
What show are we filming right now?
TreeTalk.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of TreeTalk with the lovely Juliette Whittaker, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.